about running for the Atlanta City Council. He said, good, because I was about to. And he looked at me and kept doing his work. I said, okay. Well, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. But he represents something that every one of these committee members represent, and what a lot of people around the district represents. People who work hard, people who are trying to do their best to not only give themselves a good quality of life, but to do what they need to do for the community. So I thank all of you, because all of you have been very instrumental in the community, and of course you've been instrumental thus far in this campaign. So I personally want to thank you and give you a round of applause. One of the reasons that I decided to run was, well, there are many. One, of course, I teach political science, and I tell my students all the time, vote, 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 but if voting isn't enough, you need to do what you need to do to make change. So every time I went home, I saw on-ramps that were never cut. I saw sidewalks that were broken. I saw time after time on the news, cars getting broken into, murders happening on the street. And voting wasn't enough for this district anymore. So we needed to do more. So I needed to do more, and I decided to run for the Atlanta City Council because I feel that I can be an effective member of change that happened in this area. One of the things that I've known about this area, or that I've learned about this area by knocking on doors and speaking to people, is that people around here want it. They want the change. Some people are scared. Some people don't know how to make change. And some people are complacent unless change is in front of them. But they want something better. No matter where you are in the city, no one says, I love crime. I want crime to be here. No one says, I want broken sidewalks so I can hurt my ankle. No one says that I want the streets to be messed up so I can have to get a new axle. These are things that are not about giving someone things. It's about giving them a quality of life. And that's what I think is a very important sorely missed in our area, and that's why I decided to run for office. We're running on 3 concepts. We call it the ICE method: infrastructure, crime, and economic development. All of those things, if we put the policies in place, which we already have, can make this black hole, which is Southwest Atlanta, a new and vibrant place. Not a place to move people out and move people in, but a place that gives that quality of life that has been enjoyed by the rest of Atlanta. The people down here deserve it, and unfortunately they haven't gotten it over the last 20 years, so that's one of the reasons that I decided to run. While we're in Castleberry, I'll be remiss if I didn't talk about Castleberry. Castleberry is a very important neighborhood to the district. It's very important to the city of Atlanta. Let me go to the city of Atlanta part first of all. It's right there. That's downtown. 1.5 blocks away is the closest to downtown. Well, one of the things that we're trying to do in the city is revitalize downtown. Make downtown a fun place to be. Make downtown an economic hub for the city. Yeah, it's a work hub, and yeah, we have the Capitol down there. But the last time you went to a Atlanta Falcons game, what did you do after? You went home, right? Because you didn't go get anything to eat. You didn't go stay in the area to go do any kind of entertainment venues. Well, Castleberry's right here. They have it. But we need to make sure as the elected officials, especially that represents this district, that we open it up to downtown, because that's going to be the catalyst of change for the rest of downtown. When our tourists come in and they want that safe place and they want these nice shops, I mean, not to get on Alfonso. Where is it? Don't look at it a little bit. This is cool. I don't know, because I told some people that we're going to have a fundraiser at the Boxcar Grocer. And somebody said, a grocery store? What are you doing? This is more than a grocery store. This is more than even a place to buy food. But this is a community center. This is an important hub to the community. And these type of venues, as they go out into our city, is going to really be the example of what we need to do to go forward. So I just want to say thank you all for coming here, because I'm humble. I'm really quite humble. Some of you know I've ran before. When I was 22, I got out of college and I was like, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to make it a better place. And I'm going to run against a 2 two-term incumbent, and it'll be easy. No, it was not easy at all. We didn't raise money. I spent $400 that I had. He spent $18,000, but we just lost by 90 votes. Right now, we're changing things up. We got a good organization behind me, and I would be ridiculously mistaken if I didn't recognize Charlie Ingram back there for the work that he's done. He's our finance director and deputy campaign manager, and most of all, friend. So thanks, Charlie. He's been there through the ups and downs of the campaigns. He's yelled at me. He's cussed at me. We looked at each other. We looked at each other with friendship in our eyes. How about that? But he's definitely been instrumental, and it's not just him, but it's the folks that I called to say, hey, help us out, this is what we're doing. They're sending us checks. People walked door to door with us. Derek Burns, every single time we go door to door, Derek Burns has been there. And guess what? I don't know if y'all know this, but we're in Georgia. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all know anything about June and July? It's hot. And we're going to still be going door to door and doing what we need to do to get to the voters. And when people give up their Saturdays and their Sundays, I'm quite humble. So I thank you all for everything you've done. And I thank you all that are here, giving up your Tuesday night. Apparently Scandal isn't on. Because if it was on, of course, I would have to not have this whole shebang. So, in closing, thank you for everything that you've done. Don't let it stop here. All of you are part of the change that is happening in this area. All of you are going to be a part of making 20,000 people have a better quality of life. All of you are going to be a better of making 10,000 students in the AU Center have a more safe education. All of you are going to be a part of making those 15,000 high school K-12 students have a better education and a safer environment. So don't stop here. Please come out and help us. Tell your friends. Do whatever you can do to help. And don't ever forget that I thank you for everything that you've done. And please make sure you eat all the food that you can eat. Drink all the sparkling things that you can drink. And if you have a little bit more money, after you write a $2,500 check, remember that's the maximum. Go around Boxcar Grocer and buy some things from this establishment. And last but not least, Xavier O'Brien and his partner has been providing that ambient music that you heard in the back. So I want to give him a round of applause.